Hello everybody, and maybe I should have shut off notifications. I should do that. I've been getting pounded pretty hard today, and it is World Holocaust Remembrance Day. World Holocaust Remembrance Day. We can look at Canada here. We've had many genocides. The worst being, absolutely the worst being, the First Peoples right here in Canada. I don't tolerate that kind of ignorance. It's not what we're about. The Holocaust occurred in a constitutional monarchy. That was Germany. Pre-World War II, the horrific actions of fascists that are, yes, Justin Trudeau. He is a fascist. My morality, I'm divine, you'll listen to me. But folks, it doesn't end there. Pierre Poilievre, my morality, my definitions, I will dictate to you. And Jagmeet Singh, and we will go on and on through to Maxime Bernier, Yves Blanchette, doesn't matter. Green Party, Elizabeth May, it does not matter. Politics. The preamble of Canada's Constitution, a colony constitution, never dismembered, never amended. We are very few of 193 nations. People making light of this. The preamble, we will model this country, this constitution, off of the United Kingdom, and we will bear allegiance and give our sovereignty to the royal family of the United Kingdom. That is the summary of Canada's preamble, the introduction to what Canada is forever and a day since 1867. Those who choose to ignore the highest law of the land are doomed to be abused as subjects and savages forever. We look at Provincial Bill of Rights. All they do is take the 1960 Bill of Rights and the 1982 Charter and take slim pickings from it and reintroduce it. Basically saying, yes, the preamble, we swear to it. We won't adopt any of our powers as provinces. We will follow along and get along with the Crown. Anyone telling you anything else or making light of these legal facts in the highest laws of the land is nothing but a bootlicking Crown loyalist, a subjugator themselves, or a blind man, woman putting their head in the sand. That is eternally and always will be the problem in the monarchy we call Canada, the UN state, that leads the agendas in the world we see. Religion. Everybody's got their own belief in faith. Have your faith, but remember, as the wise words right out of the Libertarians, I can tell you right out of Georgia, the state of Georgia, I was introduced to it more than 5 years ago. Leader then of the Libertarian Party of Canada, my friend Tim, I could have tagged him in this. I didn't. He used to be the leader of the Libertarian Party in Canada. I was introduced to a group, the Threepers, a bunch of other groups too. They had one heck of an incredible oath of rights and freedoms. And let me tell you what that oath is. Changed my political focus. It was the basis and an oath that we put everybody in our party through. I'm going to bring that oath back to light as we go into our party. We're already starting on commissions. I'm going to tell you what that oath is. We lived it. We swore by it. We built a party around it. This is from the Threepers out of the United States of America. Currently registered terrorists in Canada. Trudeau did that. There's no more Threepers, not in Alberta, not anywhere, not out in the open anyway, because they're a registered terrorist group. It's on the Government of Canada website. That's what the Government of Canada did. You know why? Because I'm going to give you the oath right now. I accept all rights and freedoms at no threat, harm, or expense of anybody else's rights and freedoms. You read what you like to read. You wear what you want to wear. You say what you want to say. But if, in any doing that, you're going to expense others' rights, there's a problem. When people say, my religion says you're not allowed to like this type of music, or you're not allowed to read those books because I say, you're no different than the crown colonials we're trying to do away with. You're nothing of what the United States of America is. You're nothing of a lot of countries in the world today. And this is fundamentally the problem with all constitutional monarchies. They are the flaws that led to the Holocaust. They're the flaws that led to absolute colonial genocide of so many peoples all over the world. You don't look like me. You don't have my language. You don't wear the clothes I wear. You don't have the culture I have. You must die. You must die, or you must become my slave. See the problem here, folks? And you will find this over and over and over and over in history of all kingdoms, monarchies, divine dictatorships, where men and women are placed in the position of a god. So I don't listen to a lot of religious folks who talk about God and religion when they start talking fascism. We don't want anything to do with fascism. That oath of rights and freedoms made famous by the Threepers, Georgia, USA, is what we will be going with. And if people can't wrap their heads around that, you're not going to be with us. It's okay. Our message isn't for everybody. We're taking the crown down. That's going to be the platform in 2025. And that oath is central to it because that reins in everybody. Believe what you want to believe, do what you want to do, but if in your texts or in your preachings or in your messaging you think that you're going to make people do what you think is right, and they're going to give up all of their beloved rights and freedoms, you're not what we are. There's always going to be codified rules on how we administer things, but it's in that oath, that central oath, that everybody in this party in a position of relating the platform or building the party, they're going to have to adopt that. They're going to have to sign off on that, and there will be a liability for them. We're going to get into that. I'm sorry there's people out there that think that they're fighting for freedom, but yet they're going to dictate what people are going to wear, say, how they're going to worship, what languages they're allowed to speak, or that's none of your business. You live your life, you enjoy your life. Keep off of everybody else's grass. There's two kinds of libertarians. I'm the national libertarian. I believe in rule of law. I believe in property for everybody and the rights to it for and by everybody. Codifying rules, and that's what we're going with. None of this divine human being bullshit or my rights supersede yours. They don't. Class structure does that. Racism is built on that. That's what keeps pyramids intact. These concepts. And I know the vast institutionalization is expansive, especially in countries like Canada. I know it's a hard fight. It's one of the hardest fights you could ever take on in your life. Doesn't mean it's not worthy. There are many religions that don't do what they profess they're going to do, and it's in their writings and teachings. I know this. And there will be an addressment made on those. And there will be limits by and for the people. They will put limits on that. They have to. because people think it's their right to strip others of their rights. No, have your rights, but never threaten, never harm, or never expense anybody else's. Very simple. It's very simple. When you really grasp it, it will really help you to achieve what you need to achieve. Believe in what you want to believe. No one's going to put you down for that. But don't force it. Don't force it on other people who don't want it. They don't want it. Don't make them do it. It's not your right. It's exactly what we're trying to destroy. And for folks trying to justify the conservatives in UK and the Bill of Rights, man, doesn't matter if it's read once or they scrap it now. It's the idea that the Conservative Party in the UK wrote that new Bill of Rights. They wrote it, and they are bringing it forward to pass in legislation. That should scream problematic to everybody. That should undo all your illusions of narratives of conspiracy, that there is truth to the idea that there is no left and right, not in constitutional monarchies, not in kingdoms, and not in unitaries. They have one agenda. They've always had a old world order mentality. Sure, global governance in a pyramid scheme, first class, second class, third class, savage people to be liquidated. Always, forever, a staple. Because these people can't function on their own 2 feet. They can't function on their skill set. They certainly can't function on harvesting, building, or creating great ideas. They lie, cheat, and steal and divide the masses. That's how it works. The better liar, the more of a cheat, the more of a thief you are, the better you're going to do. Press the next guy, gal down. Squish them. Take everything from them. That's their system. Always has been. It's very old. It's full of bloodshed, tyranny, genocide, murder, rape, pillage, plunder. The list goes on and on. It's not new. It's very old. And these systems have flourished in history a heck of a lot longer than the systems we have in place now, protected by the Allies and the UN. For now, that's under threat. If you haven't read that UK Bill of Rights, whether that goes through or not, I know they're having cold feet. I know there's massive opposition and the world's looking at it. But I want to tell everybody something. This is monumental. In academia, I'm in academia all the time. I've got a place there on a Christmas tree of light bulbs and all aspects of constitutionalism. I'm very blessed to be there and to be a part of that. Some of the greatest minds throughout the world. It's incredible. But I also get the bird's eye view of what's coming down the pipeline. Federalism. Canada's a limited federalism. There's only really 6 in the world. USA's a federalism. What's a federalism? Russia's a federalism. It's the idea that there's a division of powers. All the powers, here it is, of the country, and you divide it in half and say half the powers for the federal government, half for the sub-regions, states, provinces, obelisks. There's even a name in Switzerland. They all got different names, but they're regions. That's what unites them, is the regions. Not cities. It's a mix of rural and cities and towns, all of it, municipalities. What they want to do, the unitary states in Europe, the monarchies, the kingdoms, they've got a great idea. Let's change that to city-state, like old world city-states. If you haven't read my paper, there's a whole massive history on the city-state, the idea of empires, and your city, your castle, your area where everyone's in, and the farmers around it, well, you expense them first, but everybody run to the city. They want to take away the rural powers, all the farmland. They want the cities to have codification in federalism, meaning instead of provinces, you'd have cities like Toronto instead of Ontario. Each city would get constituted power like a province. Good luck, rural Ontarians. Or Alberta. Calgary, Edmonton, maybe Red Deer. Everybody else, you're under their rule and their division of powers. World history, that means people getting booted off their land. Look at the age of city-states. I wrote a whole paper on it on history. This is where the unitaries, monarchies, and absolute kingdoms want to go. They want to destroy the Russian system. They want to destroy the American system. They would like Russia and USA to do it to each other, and that's where we're at right now. It's scary. Joe Biden's totally down with the crown. People are seeing it. He did that upon immediately coming into office. He signed the new Atlantic Charter, 2021, erasing the Allies' history and promises made from World War II till 2021. He literally did it within weeks of assuming office. That was the first thing he did. First executive order, I'm going to sign on with Queen Elizabeth II. We're going to redo the Atlantic Charter and scrap everything that the Crown promised from the UK. Go ahead, rebuild your colonial world. It's okay. I'm not an ally anymore. I'm Joe Biden. Don't you know, Democrats got a history of slavery. We're going to get back to it, folks. If you haven't read, people are reading the new agenda, Joe Biden, Mexico, Canada. Go read it. I saw Trudeau's. He published it. Now the U.S. has it published. Mexico's got it published. It's divine socialism, class structure. Presidents in the United States are allowed to sign treaties through executive order. They need a constitutional amendment. Joe Biden is the absolute worst, treacherous president the United States has ever seen by an absolute large margin. He wants to do away with the independent judiciary. He wants the Supreme Court gone. UK's going for it in the Bill of Rights. They want it gone. All of their courts gone, subject to state. We'll see if that bill makes it. But the idea that people think that, oh, well, it's just one reading, it might get shut down. It's the idea that the Conservatives did it. Conservative, Liberal, Labour, does it really matter? It never matters. They all follow the same monarchical system. They're all crown. If you don't get that, I don't know what to tell you. We need to dismember all that. How do you do that? Minority Prime Minister. You ascend your Governor General, because Prime Minister appoints them, and all Lieutenant Governors from the Governor General. All sworn to you, the people. Literally within 30 days of a minority Prime Minister election, from 30 days notice to Ascension Day, you have a whole new group sworn to you, the people. Sworn to never allow the Parliament or any provincial legislature or territorial commissioner and legislator to ever pass any laws until you all get constitutional conventions. That's the truth. Share this video, get it out there. Those who want to come forward, come forward. Those who can't wrap their head around these very simple concepts at this time now, or you have delusions of your own grandeur and you're selfish, not selfless, this isn't for you, and that's okay. It doesn't take a whole lot. We will get there. It grows, guys. It goes like this, and then it just shoots off. We did it in 2019. We started out, barely anyone helped us, and then it grows. It grows as the moment comes closer. I know what I'm doing. I've been in politics a long time. I registered a party. I ran in a majority for Premier of Alberta. This is a very hard task. It's going to take a lot, but I know we're going to get there. I have tremendous faith we're going to get there. And not everyone's going to be coming with us, and this time we're going to absolutely screen to the hardest measuring stick. And we have to, because I saw what happens when you don't. When you put your faith in people on their word, you usually end up with the 8 out of 10 pieces of shit. That's what you get. People who lie to your face, just like the politicians, because they're drunk with the concept of the crown. They want the power. They want their ideas. They don't care what anyone else has to say. divine socialism, divine capitalism, and absolute narcissism. That's what Canada breeds. That's what monarchies breed. Deep-seated institutionalization. We have to fight that with everything we're worth. We have to keep it honest. We have to keep it good. We're dividing the party, First Peoples and Canadians. That's how it's going to go all the way through. First Peoples are going to have full transparency in the political party for the first time in all of Canadian history. And we're going to get this job done together. That's the platform. It's very simple. When we get through it, you're all going to grow with it and learn. Not a lot of it's going to be published in this coming year, but we're going to get it done. Remember, 2025 November, we have a long way before the election. We're not ready to announce a party. We don't want that to go out now and then crash. We want to go up right to the election. Trust me, everybody. Have faith and be patient. People talk about, oh, the world's going to end tomorrow. They've been talking that way for decades and decades and decades. Agenda after agenda. But then they smash through more agendas and more agendas. And there's more yet to come. I just released some of the ones they're plotting and planning on right now. I listened. These are top academics in the world from more crown colonial states. Look at UK's presentated Bill of Rights. It's sick, it's nutty, it's fascist, it's crazy. It looks like Nazi Germany. It's crazy. Doesn't matter if they shut it down after 2 readings. That's great. But the idea that they wrote it. They wrote it. And remember, the Canadian preamble models itself off the UK and gives all your sovereignty to the royal family. That's right in your preamble. As you read through the rest of the Constitution, you won't find you or any First Peoples measured. Subjects and savages are never mentioned or measured in any meaningful way. You're nothing. They're everything. You're nothing. If you take the time to read the other 215 national constitutions throughout the world, you find you're an extreme minority, a crown colonial throwaway that never ever got fixed. And we all go, it's all good, it's all great, wonderful, yeah, life's good. Well, it should be good. You're 38 million people on a massive landmass. We're not doing good. We should be wealthy beyond all measure. Every man, woman, and child. Oh, but you don't have the crown land, so they don't release that. And then the First Peoples live on reserves. No federalism they invented bestowed upon them. You get a governance of city council. You don't even get a mayor. Justin Trudeau or whomever you elect prime minister, that's basically your blanket mayor. And he cuts you a small check every month, full of corruption all the way through till the peanuts reach the people. That's the truth. It's sick. It's sick. Anywhere else in the world, they would say that you're a nut job country. But yet Canada thinks people think they're a great country. We keep losing. Again, I'm going to say it. We're not allowed on the United Nations Security Council. Conservatives are banned. Liberals are banned. Doesn't matter. Canada is banned. We helped create that, and we never changed. We never kept up with the times. We kept up with genocide. We kept up with cockamamie ideas of Nazification from an old world order. And the politicians kept that crown for themselves. Who cares? Slave my people. Put all of it against the people. Make them suffer. Oh, and don't forget, let's murder and genocide, rape, pillage and plunder all the First Peoples and make everybody hate them. Lie to the world. Tell the world, oh, they're in charge of the environment on 0.2% of the land and Canadians on 9% of the land. 2.5 times less than the communist Chinese. 94.5% of America is made available to all Americans. Put that up there. These are truths. People don't like truths. They will fight it. I won't read. Oh, what's that got to do with anything? Maybe if you read more than a cartoon, maybe if you took the time to read the things I articulate, you would see the light. But you don't want to see the light. Doesn't matter what is written right there in your highest laws. People don't want to read it. Oh, I can't. That'll blow away my delusion. That's the sick reality. This is my video. Get it shared out today. I got rid of a lot of cockamamie, and folks, don't worry. My lineup and friends requests is large. We just keep getting rid of those who don't want to come forward. Sure, pray for them, hope for them, but what we're doing, we can't bring it with us. We can't bring it with us. It's hard. This road is hard. It takes extremely strong-willed individuals who can resist the propaganda, resist the institutionalization. We are an extreme minority, and all we're trying to do is present for the first time in Canadian history the platform for freedom of we the people. Whether it goes or not, the point is it will be released in a majority platform for the first time in Canadian history, and maybe that will wake up Canadians to something better, something more, and maybe we can land a blow on the global evil right here at home, just in our own country. Change the things you can. Have the wisdom to know the things that you can't change. You can say, oh, that's ADAC or that's AA. That's true about life. We have to accept that. We can't save the world, but maybe we can if we take the time to fix our own country in our own backyard. That's my video. Good night, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. Back to work on commissions here this weekend, because I know 2 leaders are waiting for that, and I gotta get it done. God bless everybody. Good night.